Hey everybody, it's Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game called Maracaibo. Maracaibo is a game designed by Alexander Pfister. He's done tons of games: Broom Service, Blackout Hong Kong, Cloud Age, Boon Lake, Mombasa, even more than that. Prolific designer, a big fan of his games. Published by Capstone Games, plays 1 to 4 players in 30 minutes per player, which is probably true after the teach. The teach is going to take a minute, so if you're playing a 4-player game, you're looking at 2.5 to 3 hours. And in this game, let's look at the theme, because I love theme. Starting in Havana, you will play 4 rounds, traveling around the map in your ship, performing actions at each stop. These actions will help you gain an advantage by playing out cards, sending your crew to help at a particular location, fighting under a nation's flag, delivering goods, upgrading your ship, completing quests, or exploring the land's interior. That's a really boring theme. I guess there's actual theme, but that's more about the gameplay, but whatever. So you're basically moving your little boat around the board. You're visiting cities and villages to take some kind of actions. You're trying to remove discs from your ship to give you player abilities, more actions, points, money, all that kind of thing. Trying to make deliveries. You're trying to update up your combat value. You're trying to get in combat. You're trying to support one of the 3 nations to score points. It's all about scoring points. Oh, you also have a big dude that's walking around this track at the bottom, exploring the far off country. I don't know. But yeah, that's what you're trying to do. So that's enough talking about it. Let's just go down the table. Check it out.
Come on, play the game.
All right, so here's a game of Maracaibo, all set up for 2 players. So setup is a lot. I'll go through it kind of quickly, but then we're going to get into it. So each player will get a player board. You'll put 2 of these brown discs on each of the gold spaces here. You'll get 2 sailors to start off with, a cube on combat, number 1. You're going to get one of these career goal cards. You'll get 2. You'll select 1. I've done that. Put 3 of your workers on top of the card. You're going to get dealt 8 cards. You're going to keep 4 in your hand, which I've done, and you're going to put 1 up at the top in your started projects, and then the rest will get discarded. So we've done that for everybody. First player gets $8. Second player gets 9. And then you're going to put a cube out on the money income track, the point income track. Put your boat in Havana. Score marker on 0. Explorer on the beginning of the explore track. Then to set up the board, you're going to randomly get some tiles based on the number of players, which I've done. In a 2-player game, you use this Maracaibo tile. Put all those out. Shuffle the quest tiles. Put them out across the exploration track based on the story that you're playing. Possibly some more quests out on the board. Combat tokens on the combat tokens section. In a 2-player game, we're going to have France, England, and Spain. So Spain, England, and France out on the appropriate villages. And then you're going to put the rest of the cubes here and put one of your influence tokens on 0. Then we're ready to play. All right. You're also going to have these prestige buildings. 1 face up, 3 face down. That's the timer of the game. And then you'll shuffle the deck and flip 4 cards. You probably can't see those as well, but it's fine. I'm mostly going to draw off the top because you got to pay to get those cards. Then we're ready to play. So on your turn, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be moving our boat 1 to 7 spaces and then taking the action of where our boat lands. Big circles are cities. They correspond to the appropriate token. Little circles are villages, and they will correspond to 3 different village actions that you have, which I don't have the little player aid here because it takes up more room. But there's 3 things you can do in a village. Well, 3 things you can do without having special tokens: complete a quest, or you can fulfill an assistant. But I don't have any of that, so we'll get to that when we get there. And then you're going to draw back up to your hand size, and your turn is done. The round ends when a player gets to this in round 1 and 3 and gets to this in round 4. And then we'll do some scoring and all that kind of thing. I probably won't go into that too much, but I just want to show you how the game works. So yellow's first. They're going to move their boat. So I think the first thing they want to do is they want to move to Santiago. Now, when you move to a city, there are 2 things there that you can do. You can deliver the appropriate good, and or you can take the action. You can do one or the other, or both, and I'm going to try to do both. So I'm going to look at my cards. Now, cards have a couple things. They're going to have a cost. They're going to have some points. They're going to have a resource like a food type, a good type, and they're going to have an item that you can spend for these purposes, then they're going to have a special ability if you play the card, if you buy the card and play it. But right now I'm going to use this card. I'm going to discard this card for the tobacco. So I take that off. Then when you do that, you're going to immediately take one of the discs off your board, except in this area, because these have some prerequisites, and put it out there to signify that you've made the delivery. And I think I'm going to take this one off my $5 board, put it there. When you remove both discs, you get the bonus. You have the access to the special ability, all that kind of thing. Anything in tan is a one-time bonus. Anything in red is an action that will happen whenever you do something. So now I've done that. Now I get an extra worker from my supply. It goes here, and I get to take a village action. So the village actions are get a coin, discard your hand for 2 coins, or buy a card. You can always buy a card from your hand, and you can buy any of the cards that are in your reserve here. When you buy it, you get access to the special abilities. It may give you some synergy tokens, all that kind of thing. If there was an assistant in that space, I could use an assistant. That's from a card that I played previously. And if there's a quest, I could fulfill a quest by meeting the criteria. But right now, all I have is coin, discard hand for 2 coins, buy a card. And I think I want to buy a card. So let's go ahead and buy this card. And I'm going to try to keep them over here. I don't know how well you can see them, but I want to pay $7. And I have to put a worker back in the supply. Now, I get 2 points at the end of the game. Whenever I take the exploration action, which is the track down at the bottom, which we'll get to, I can do an extra one. If I have the house synergy token, I would get 2 money income, which I don't have that, but that's retroactive. I can get it later. And I get to go up 2 on the money income right now, just for building this card, and that's it. So now I have an extra action, and I've gotten some income. And that's everything I'm going to do. I draw back up to my hand size, but first I can complete any career goals that I've met. So I need 2 or 3 quests to do that. I need to get my explorer past the red or the blue to do that one. I need to unlock 5 or 7 areas on my board, so I can't do that. But I think I'm going to put a card down, and I'm going to put this card down and this card down. And I draw back up to my hand size, which is 4. It can increase to 6 when I unlock that area right there. All right, so that's my turn. I'm probably the black player would do the same thing, but I'm not going to do that because I want to show you other actions. So what I want to do is I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 to here, and I can deliver some corn if I have some corn. Let's see. I do not have corn, so actually let's go to, yeah, that's fine. So I can't deliver any corn. I don't have any corn. But then I can move my combat strength up 1, and I can get rid of a disc for free, and I will do that. When you get rid of a disc, they come up here. When you deliver, they go down there. And I'm done. I can put a card into my reserve, which I think I will do, and I will draw back up to 4. Done. All right, that was my turn. Next player's turn, and I think, let's see. I don't have any combat, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll just go here as well. Do I have any corn? I do have some corn, so I'm going to make a delivery of some corn. I'll go here, deliver some corn, and that will immediately give me $5. And then I can up my military, my combat track, get rid of a disc. Let's do this because I'd like to increase my hand size. And I can put a card down. I'm not going to do that. I will just draw a card. And again, you can draw from face up, but they cost a coin. So I'm probably not going to do that. I just set it up according to the rules. That's my turn. Now yellow is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going to go over here. All right, you can move up to 7. So remember, it seems like a lot, but you're allowed to do whatever you want. Do I have any sugar cane? I do, and I think I'm going to get rid of this one. It has sugar cane. I'll put a disc down, so now my hand limit is 6 when I draw back up. Now we're going to do combat. So this is the other big action that you can do on your turn. There's village actions, city actions, and combat. Now the way combat works is you're going to take one of these tiles and you're going to flip it. They may have a criteria up at the top. So this says if it has the most cubes out on the board, right now they're all tied, that faction would lose 2 combat strength. It's tied, so that's irrelevant. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick one of these combats, these countries that I want to get, some influence with effectively. All right, and I think I'm actually going to go with London. So I just have to spend a coin because it costs 1 coin because they have a lot of power. But I have 6 military power, and I can adjust that up by getting rid of a worker or decreasing my track. And I think I'm just going to leave the 6 because I can do both these actions. Now, I have 6 combat strength to do actions, and you can probably see this board a little better. Each action, this one's locked for now, but each action you can do once, and there's 2 different strengths of each action. So for 2, I can just move up 1 on that track, which is what I would do. So 2 on London's track, I'm going to move up. This is going to be worth points one time, all the points that are showing that are under these cubes. It's going to get more points as it goes. So you're just trying to amplify how many points you're going to get. So that's 2. I have 4 left, and I can now move up 1 more because I'm doing the 4 action. I get to take a cube and put it out into any of the cities that have a flag and get that bonus. And I think I'm going to start getting some points. I'm going to go here, and black gets 2 points. All right, and that's my 6 combat. Again, I could have adjusted it by discarding people or moving my combat track down. I didn't want to do that because I can only do each of the actions once, and I'm good. So take the token, flip it, and that is the combat action. Now, at the end of my turn, I can put a card in the depot, which I will, and I can draw back up to 6 because I now have unlocked my 6 action, 6 card hand limit. All right, so now it's the next player's turn. I think they want to do combat as well. Oh shoot, that was supposed to be yellow. Dang it. I'll just switch it around. That was supposed to be yellow's action, but I did it for black. It happens every time. All right, so yellow is going to come do the same thing. They're going to do a combat. And they will do the 3rd place cube, gets a +3, but there's a tie for 3rd with red and blue because they're both in last because white has the most, so nothing there. And I think what they're going to do is they're going to get behind Spain, and that will give them 2 points just for doing that. So they get 2 points and 2 combat, and they're actually going to drop down 4, get rid of both of these guys, and that'll give them 6 because they want to do both as well. And they're going to move their disc up 1 on Spain for 2 actions, 2 combat points. They have 4 left, and they will get rid. They were going to bring out a combat cube here, and they will take some money, $4. And that's all 6 of theirs, all 6 of their combat. All right, and they take this token. It goes here. Done. They didn't play any cards, so they're not going to draw up, so they're good. Now back to black. Black is going to do explore because I want to show you how to explore. So we're going to go here. I can deliver some corn if I have some, and I do. So I will deliver some corn, and let's do the $5 one. And I can now move 2. Now, when you explore, this is the exploration track down here. You can move up to this number, plus any bonuses that you have, like the yellow can move an extra one if they want to. And then you're going to get the bonus that you land on. Unlike the boat, only one person can be on this track at a time. So if somebody's on the space, you basically skip it. So I think I'm actually going to just move 1 and take $3. All right, and that was that. I would draw back up to my hand limit, which is 6. I need 1 more. Done. All right, yellow's turn. They want to do a similar thing, so they're going to come over here, and they're going to just move. They can move up to 3 because they have this special power. But I think, yeah, they will. They'll go get the disc here. They'll get rid of that, and now their hand limit is 6. All right, done. Back to black. Black is going to come here because I'm going to show you how to fulfill a quest. So they're going to go there. I'm going to complete that quest. To complete this quest, you do the top, you get the bottom. So I have to decrease my combat by 1. Then for all the compasses, you can see on your board you have 1 compass. Some cards that you play will have compasses. Like this, if I built this card, it would give me an extra compass. But I have 1 right now. So I will get $2. And then I get to get rid of 2 discs off my board. So that'll give me 5. And I'm going to unlock this one as well. So I get $5 because I unlocked that bonus. Then I take this quest and I put it face down here. It's going to help me with my career goals because I need 2 quests to be able to unlock this, 3 to get points and money. And the more you get some instant points as you're doing that. All right. So that was black's turn. I did not play any cards, so I'm good. Yellow. I think I want to play some cards, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so when you take a village action, it's based on the number of spaces that you move your boat. Again, I don't have the player board out here, the player aid, but 1 space, moving 1 space to a village lets you do 1 of the 3 village actions. Moving 4 or more lets you do 2, and moving 7 lets you do 3. So this player moved 4, so they're going to be able to do 2 things. And I think I want to try to play at least a card. So let's see, I'm going to play this card because I want to show you how an assistant works. All right, so I'm going to play this card. It cost me 7. Oop, can't play that card. Just kidding, I don't have any workers. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. Dang. That is not good. All right, I'll play this card then. 9. I'm going to play 9. Pay $9. This is going to move me up 4 on this track. I got to move up 1 on the money track. And then if I had an anchor synergy token, I can move up 2 on points. I do not, so I'm done. So that's 1 card. I have 1 more action I can take. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard all my cards and take $2. Now that's my 2 actions. I draw back up to 6. And that's my turn. All right, black is up. I think they're going to do a similar thing. They're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to move 4 as well. And they are going to play some cards. All right, so I'm going to play this card for 8. So I'll play this card for 8. I take an assistant. This is an assistant action. So this is going to give me something else to do in a village, a small circle. And I'm going to put it on number 10. So now whenever I go to number 10, I have another action I can do. I can do the action on this card. Or I can bypass that assistant and get 2 points. And that assistant this card also gives me a tools synergy token. And whenever I visit that assistant, I can get 2 coins, get rid of a disc, and do 2A village actions, which is the coin, discard your hand for 2, or buy a card. So that's 1. And I think the next one I'm going to do is, I'd like to move up on some tracks. That would be cool. Let's go ahead and pay this guy. So he's 7. That cost me another worker, but not an assistant, just cost. And that gives me the same action as this player, but mine's going to function off. I'll get 2 extra on income if I have an anchor, but I get 2 right now. Done. I'm going to put some cards down. Let's do this one and this one. I'll draw back up to 6. All right, so that's my turn. Back to this player. They're going to move 1, 2, come here. They're going to do 2 explore or a combat. There's a red hand, so you have to stop. And I think they're going to just do an explore. So they'll go 1, 2. So they'll get a point. And they cross this red line, so they're going to move up 3 on 1 of these influence tracks, and they're going to go ahead and move up on this one. 1, 2, 3. All right, so that's their turn. Back to me. I have to stop here. I'm going to do a combat. So the third most cube, which is blue, gives me an extra 3, and I think I will do that. So that'll give me 5, and it lets me move up 1 on the influence. So I'll have 5 combat blue. So I'll go ahead and do, let's make it a 6 so I can do both. So I'll do 1 on blue, go up 1 on blue, and then I can do a cube from blue to any of the cities, and let's go there for a point. All right. Now, we're about to end the round. Yellow's going to take their turn. They're going to go here. They get 3 points, and the round immediately ends. All right. So then we'll talk about interim scoring and then how the game ends, and then I think you'll see everything you need to see. All right, so we are now at interim scoring, which is this track for round 1 and 3. Round 4 is final scoring. So let's talk about interim scoring. First thing you're going to do is you're going to just use this boat to use the tracker. Each player can build a card or take 2 points. I don't have enough money. Yellow doesn't have enough money, so they'll take 2 points. Black doesn't have enough money. They'll take 2 points. Then we're going to get income based on where we are on these 2 tracks. So black will get $10. Yellow will get 11. And neither one of us have earned any points, so no points. Then we're going to clear off all the discs from these. So next round we'll be able to make some more deliveries. We'll sweep all these cards, which we haven't done anything with anyway, but eventually you'll start using these cards. So I was just showing you how it worked. Flip 4 new ones. Then we'll go here. We are going to flip a new prestige building. Now, I didn't talk about these, but these are going to be in-game points, and they're going to be the way that you're going to get the crown synergy token. Anytime you build a card using a village action, you can pay 20, take one of your people from the supply, put it on this card. If you're the first person to do it, you get 2 points now. Everyone gets a crown that does it, and then at the end, you're going to get this scoring point. So for this card is for every section I've unlocked on my player board, I get 2 points. That's all they're going to do. But instead of building a card from your hand, you can pay to build one of these. And there's going to be 4 of them by the end of the game. And then we're going to go here. We're going to refill the quests. So we have this story card in just the basic game mode. And at the end of round 1 in a 2-player game, we're going to put quests out on 6 and 12. So we got 6 here and 12. All right, it's just more stuff to do. And then we will go and put everybody back into Havana. And that is, we'll keep playing through round 2 and 3, same way. Then at the end of round 4, instead of going this way, we'll go this way. You go here, you get 3 points, everybody keeps going. Then when someone goes there, they get 5 points. And then we each have a chance to build a card or get $2. Again, you can build those in your hand. You're not going to refill your hand because it doesn't matter. It's the end of the game. Get income again. And on this one, you're not going to get coins as income. You're going to get the points that are at the bottom of the track. So the farther you get along here at the end, the more points you're going to get. Then you're going to get points for all the cards that you built that have points on them. And your prestige points cards. So all the in-game points there. Then we're going to get points for the combat. Now this is the trickiest part. Now, first, we're going to look and see which cube has the most out on the board. All right. So in this case, it's a tie for all of them. So all of them are going to have 2 extra points getting added to their total. All right. So, sorry. Disregard that. We'll get back to that. First, you're going to see who's farthest along the track. So black is the farthest along here. They would get 3 points. Then yellow is the farthest along. They would get 3 points. Then black's the farthest. Yellow's farthest along again. They would get 3 points. So you just look at these and see where you are. Then you're going to look at the cubes and see who has the most out there. All right. So we will have. There's 2 of each. So we will just look at them and each of them will get 2 points. I like to use the cube as this extra scoring to know that they're each getting 2 points. All right. Then you're going to see which one is all the way uncovered. So say it was like this. This one will be where 2 plus 2 for white times where your marker is on this board. So right now I would get 4 points, but if it was like this, I would get 12 points. Then you're going to do the same thing with all the other ones. And you're going to score points based on that. All right. Then you're going to, if there was an in-game goal thing, you would sort that out, and whoever has the most points is the winner. That's it. That's interim scoring, in-game scoring, and how the game kind of works. So that's Maracaibo. Let's go to the top. See what you think about it.
Why are you like this?
All right, well, that was Maracaibo. So normally I go through the components. I mean, this is just a lot of wooden bits. I mean, majority of the components are these tokens. You saw the boat, the shield, just a lot of cubes. The cards are really nice quality with good art. It looks like Clemens Franz art, but who is the artist? Let's see here. The artist is Aline Kerman and Fior GmbH. So no Clemens Franz, but it has a similar vibe. But yeah, really nice quality card, which is good because you're shuffling them a lot. They're not linen finished, I don't believe, but they are pretty nice and easy to shuffle. If you play this game a ton, they're probably going to get beat up, so you probably want to sleeve. But there's also some legacy stuff, which I didn't play, which adds tiles to the board. I haven't played that yet, but it's there if you want to. But I like this because it's not a permanent change. You can remove it from the board and just play the base game if you want to. That's probably how I'll keep playing it, just the base game, because that's fine to me. So components are good for, standard Euro fair stuff, nice wooden bits, nice cardboard, good cards, and all that kind of thing. The rule book is pretty clear. It's really thick, but a lot of it has to do with the legacy stuff and card clarifications, player board clarification. So don't let it intimidate you, but yeah, how many pages? It says 24 pages, a lot of text, but it's still not that difficult of a game once you get into it. So this game is really fun. It might be, as I've come to realize with a lot of Alexander Pfister games, they go on a little bit longer than I would like, because usually with his games, you are taking an action and then everybody else gets to do something. This one's not like that, but since you can go where everybody else goes, I'll go to a place. Someone else goes to that same place. someone else goes to that same place. So it's 4 round, like a whole round of everybody doing the same thing, which, you know, takes a couple minutes. And, you know, you think there's 23 spaces on the map. You can move 1 to 7. You're only ever going to really move far is if you want to use the village actions. So you can play multiple cards. Usually you're just piddling around one to one. So it takes a while. We got through the first round in like an hour. I was like, man, this game's never going to end. But then we started going and going and going, and it got a little bit quicker. So if you're going to play a Pfister game, be prepared. It's going to feel like it's going on forever. And it will probably be 3 hours. So it'll feel like it's going on a long time, but you'll probably end in about 3 hours, which is where we ended with this. But it's a really fun experience. There's lots of deep decisions, lots of things you can do, lots of cards you can play, lots of stuff working together. You're kind of building a tableau. You're getting all these tokens that are going to fire off other things. You're trying to like see what other people are doing, race to them so you can make deliveries first so you can clear off your playboard. Tons of stuff that's going on. And that's what I love about Pfister games. And this one, no exception. So much stuff to do in your turn. It feels like you can do anything, but you can't. So I like that. So this game is going to get a BGM except to seal. This is going to get an 8 out of 10 on BGG, which is a 4 out of 5 wrenches on an arbitrary wrench scale. It means absolutely nothing. But we like to give it the games that we enjoy, and that's what we're going to do. So that is Maracaibo from Capstone Games and designer Alexander Pfister. I'm Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics, and as always, keep gaming.